Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're gonna have ourselves a 1v1 on Langreskaya. Our heroes today are going to be Mr. Dullahan, playing as the Ostir, or Wehrmacht faction, in the blue. And his opponent is going to be Wall Street Fat Cat, playing as the US forces in the red. So right off the bat, we do see an engagement. We see Mr. Fat Cat pushing his rear echelon squad all the way up to the north, getting itself inside that shack and catching those pyos out in the open very nicely. The pyos popping into the house as the rear echelon squad vacates. And they're going to be taking possession of the house a little bit behind that. So we see Dullahan opening up with Tier 1. And then selecting his doctrine to start with, and that is, of course, the Elite Troops Doctrine. Now, this doctrine did get changed a little bit, you know, in recent memory. And that is, of course, changing the veteran seat that was purchasable for the Stormtroopers. So, you know, it's a little bit different, but still, it has that Tiger Race. A lot of people that just don't like the Tiger Race, but... well, it's there, and we're going to see it, or maybe we won't. I don't know how long the game's going to go, but we'll see what happens. In the meantime, though, we see Dullahan building 2 MG42s to start with, gets himself a Grenadier squad as well, moving the Pyos along and having the Grents on the far left-hand side. For the Fat Cat, he has rifles, and more rifles. Pretty much what you would expect from the US player. And we see the rear echelon squad, combat jumping over that fence, bolting over, getting themselves in the favorable side of the cover, and crawling around to try and, well, take the effects of the suppression off of them, which is lingering. It's actually taking quite a while, but they should be able to get themselves back up. There they go. So center map, we do see the Grand Squad moving along, being supported by the MG42. We see the MG42 turning around right on time there for Dullahan. Nice reaction. Spotting that, or being aware that that is going to happen. Rifle squad is forced to dance around a little bit, as it is going to be moving instead into the center. Rear echelon squad on the right hand side capping. We have the Pyos capping as well. And on the left hand side, we see the rifles popping inside that house, popping out, and going to be engaging the Grand Squad at close range. Behind the Grand Squad, I assume the lieutenant is coming. No, nothing so far for Wall Street Fat Cat, so we'll see what he ends up doing. He ends up building another rifle squad. Okay. I guess he can't quite build it. Yeah, he needs a 50 fuel and it's not quite there yet. So, the Grand Squad over on the left-hand side quickly pushed away as 2 rifles get on top of it. 1 rifle squad down to 3 men. The other one gets caught out in the open. We also see them crawling into the house. MG42 turning around. And on the right-hand side, the rear echelon squad still harassing, still doing what it can. Has another MG42 and the Pyos squad there to, well, fight them. Rifles popping in the house and executing the man that was crawling along the floor. Bounces up in surprise as it dies. And we see a rifle squad getting the flank going there on that MG42 for Dullahan. Dullahan trying to move it out of position and maybe set it up in a better angle. Thus moving it into the range of a supporting MG42. However, the MG42 itself might actually fall here. The rifles are going to pick it off on the retreat and they should be able to kill it. No. Looks like the MG42 manages to get a burst going on those rifles, getting them all suppressed, forcing them to hit the ground. And unfortunately for Wall Street Fat Cat, he does not manage to get himself an MG42. Even if he had killed it, though, I don't think he would have been able to get it at that point. It was already back here. We do have a sniper on the field for Dullahan, and we had some Gren supporting, so it would have just removed whatever experience it had, but it would not have been a stolen MG. Not by any means. So right-hand side, we hear the crackle of the MG42 as it pushes away the rear echelon squad, and the sniper moving along, trying to see if it can catch anything in its sights. For now, though, it will have to sit there and wait for a little while. MG42 on the left-hand side being utilized to cap. Grant's capping, sniper capping, MG capping, everybody capping for Dullahan, while the Wall Street Fat Cat reinforces, regroups, and sets back out. No tech so far. I'm assuming he... I mean, he did spend some of the tech in the grenade package. As we did see a grenade getting tossed by the rifles. You can see the mark of it exploding right there. Oh, interesting. Dullahan laying down a bunker right in the center of the map. I'm going to assume that's going to be an MG bunker, even though he could set it up as a reinforcement, or hell, even a medic. But, I mean, it seems like a position where you would set up an MG instead. Could just simply put one of your MGs in there, you know, do the work as well. Anyways, right-hand side, sniper taking some shots as the rear echelon squad is trying to capture the point outside. Grand's pushing forward. Down to 2 men on that rear echelon squad. Sniper is going to be turning its sights on the rifles on the left-hand side. Shot flies, gets another hit. Sniper, 5 kills so far. Not a lot, but it will start to add on as the game progresses. Rifle squads, though, are coming up on a flank here on that sniper. The sniper trying to move its way into a bit of a more defensible position. Gets himself near the MG42, however, it's getting flanked in all directions. Sniper going to be popping itself inside the house. Should be able to take a shot. No, manages to just simply pop out the other side, avoiding the risky maneuver there for Dullahan. The sniper takes a shot at the rear echelon squad, brings it down to 1 man. Could actually take out the squad. No, it retreats. So Dullahan is going to be moving from cover to cover, trying to keep himself hidden. Although the sniper's still shooting. And he's getting cornered here. However, we do have a 2-2-2 now on the field for Dullahan as his tier 2 goes down. And it is trying to basically hold off the approaching rifles. Rifle squad down to 2 men over here on the left-hand side. The sniper moving back, getting caught there out in the open. The rifles are going to be focusing fire, and the sniper will go down. Down, down, down. Wait, no, still running. There it goes. Yeah, that was... It actually made it further than it should have, but it was still going to die. So Rifle Squad able to throw a rifle grenade at the 2-2-2. Manages to do so and gets the hit. We do have a captain on the field. If the captain is heading in that direction, could potentially pick up the kill on the scout car. However, it is currently faffing around in the center of the map, getting pinned down by an MG42, and that means that it will not be able to get a kill. We have a second Rifle Squad coming up behind the 2-2-2, although another rifle grenade has flown. Shot's gonna hit, and down goes the 2-2-2. Heavy investment there on the munitions, although, I mean, it's 75 munitions, so it's not too bad to take out a, you know, a scout car. So, all in all, this actually, you know, not that bad. And the 2-2-2 is out of the field, so there you go. Also, getting the sniper in that engagement was fantastic there for Mr. Wall Street Fat Cat. And he is basically in a pretty cool spot right now. 33 versus 22 as PopCap goes. 4 rifles and a captain against 2 MGs and the Grand Squad. I mean, that's pretty strong. Grand Squad over here on the right-hand side getting mangled there by that Rifle Squad as a grenade flew and managed to inflict a lot of damage, destroying the wreckage of the 2-2-2. And the bunker in the center did end up being an MG bunker as we expected it to be. Currently covering the center victory point. Victory points are 500 to 437, so Dullahan has not bled a single point, which is nice for him. Gives him a little bit of breathing room if things go south, which right now they are kind of going, but he's building himself a Panzer Grenadier squad. And maybe with that, he could potentially pick up some squad kills and equalize the map. MG42 popping its incendiary rounds, getting surrounded here by a lot of infantry, being forced to retreat rather quickly. Manages to inflict a decent amount of damage to the rear echelon squad, bringing it down to 2 men, but it makes it out of there, and it's quite fine. Steward on the field for Wall Street Fat Cat. It's an interesting paint pattern. Just coloring the front of it. And the Panzer Grenadiers are moving around on the right-hand side as the Steward moves itself to the front of the base and is currently harassing the bunker. Should be able to destroy it. Grenz will be moving forward and taking a Faust shot at it, even though it does not seem as they are able to get in range. MG42 on the side, going to be stopping the rifles, but the Steward is doing a lot of work here against the infantry, Panzer Grenadiers. Did he just kill the friendly? No. Pack howitzer getting built for Wall Street Fat Cat. Again, not a bad decision, especially with the bunker out on the field. Can easily destroy it from off screen. And there he goes. Some good shots going there by the steward. Gonna get Fausted, but it is going to survive. Pack gun is barely getting built here for Dullahan. Wall Street Fat Cat needs to move the steward out of the way before it gets itself killed. But it is going to be focusing on destroying the bunker. And down goes the bunker. Even a smoke grenade getting popped there by the rifles. And the steward, ooh, that's very risky here for Wall Street Fat Cat. This might actually be what Dullahan needs. A bit of a mistake here. He's going to be repairing rather quickly. Oh, actually, it just repairs the critical. Okay, there you go. So that was actually pretty good. Never mind. Ooh, good job there, Wall Street Fat Cat. So yeah, he just pops the crew out, repairs the critical, which you get with the veterancy on the crew, which of course the crew is already veterancy too. And he's able to move out of the way, and we'll be able to repair without much of an issue. So right now, Wall Street Fat Cat feeling pretty good, doing a lot of work with this. Artillery barrage flying at the strategic point. Seeing if we could potentially catch anything there. Rifle grenade flying. Ooh, nice rifle grenade there on that squad. Down to 2 men, down to 1. Oh, here's a mistake that Dullahan needs. So Wall Street Fat Cat losing one of his rifled squads. One with veterancy, so that gives him a bit of a chance there to come back into the game. Still 41 to 54 as far as pop cap goes. Wall Street Fat Cat still holding a lead here, but, you know, again, you just gotta plink away little by little to bring yourself back into the game. Dullahan calling in the Stormtrooper squad. Calls it in somewhere. Ah, there we go, over here. On the left-hand side, gonna be going for the cutoff point here and disconnecting the resources on the left-hand side. Not a bad decision. Stun grenade flies at the rifles there, leaving them face down on the floor. But they managed to shake it off, and they are now back in working order. Captain on the right-hand side going for the victory point. We have some rifles also capturing or having captured the fuel. And we see a rifle grenade getting popped by the, a smoke grenade getting popped by the rifle squad as the MG42 pushes on top of them. Second MG42 behind it though manages to get them suppressed, but grenades flying, shots getting directed at the MG, and down goes the MG42 for Dullahan, so that once again brings him back in the other direction. Captain squad over on the right-hand side, almost getting taken out there by the rifles. A nice little attempt there by Dullahan at throwing a rifle grenade in the path of the retreat path, sorry, of the captain squad, seeing if it could maybe score itself a squad wipe. But unfortunately, though, it misses, and well, that's that. Pio squads and rifles over on the left-hand side. The rifles getting manhandled there, down to 2 men, forced to retreat. Grenade does go off, gets a little bit of damage going on the Pios, and does force them to retreat, as the stolen MG42 now moves its way over to the left-hand side to try and secure the location. Rifles getting that victory point. Victory points 491 to 404, so still Dullahan leading, but he has started to bleed. Stormtrooper squad moving over on the right-hand side to the rifles. They just move through and out in the open, so they end up taking too much damage. And Dullahan decides that he is not going to risk that engagement. The second 222 on the field for Dullahan. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. Maybe trying to bait the steward. I mean, it is basically doing that right now. The pack gun is set up right there in front of the steward, managing to get some good shots going. The scout car pops its smoke, which does not allow the steward to hit it freely. And nice little control there by Dullahan, getting stunned but popping smoke, keeping the AT gun there, gets a good shot going on the steward, and the repairs will have to be done again on both sides. Rifle squad on the right-hand side getting caught overextending itself, it seems. Ooh, barely makes it out of there. Wow, I thought he was going to lose that one again. But the Grens and the Panzer Grenadiers, yeah, they managed to clear over on the right-hand side. And are going to go for that victory point. Pio squad on the left-hand side, forcing the MG to retreat. We do have a rifle squad shooting it at range. And at range, Pios will always lose. Pack gun getting cleared out here by a rifle squad, it seems like. MG42 from inside the base, though, is getting some shots going there and does not allow them to steal it. However, it is cramping their style, so to speak, as the steward moves back. So the steward moving over to the right-hand side, going to get Fausted once again here by the Grand Squad. Sorry. And, well, it's just simply going to crawl its way back to base, so nothing much is going to happen. Pack Howitzer, though, getting some shots flying at the 222, actually manages to inflict a decent amount of damage. The MG42 returning fire on that scout car may actually take it out here, although it's not veteran, so it does not have access to the incendiary rounds, which allows the 222 to slowly back its way out of the arc of fire and keep itself alive. Vehicle crew popping out of the steward on the right-hand side, and I meant to say the 222, but whatever. Grants popping out of the house. Panzer Grenadiers getting a nice stun grenade going off on all that infantry. May actually be able to get themselves out of there. And it looks like they will. If only that, at least. Grand Squad also forced to retreat here. Has to run the gauntlet here through a lot of infantry. But it looks like, once again, it should be able to make it out of there and stay alive. And Dullahan just keeps getting pushed back. We do have a steward on the field here for Wall Street Fat Cat nearby. The 222 still damaged, moving over to the far, far north of the field, making sure to stay sufficiently off range from the steward. Steward moves to the front of the base. Overly aggressive there, takes a shot to the face, manages to dodge the second one, so will be staying alive. But needs some repairs going once again. But for now, Wall Street Fat Cat should be feeling rather well, or rather good. Really, not well. But he's controlling most of the map, so he's got a very, very healthy economy going. So for now, we do have the Major on the field as we see him here, and going to assume we're going to see some bit of heavier armor come into play. And by heavy, I mean medium, because of course it's the U.S. forces. But Stormtroopers cloaking as they get into cover. There's a little thing there that they can do. Rear echelon squads capturing over on the right-hand side. We have the rifles not capturing here as the Stormtroopers throw another grenade. Oh, nice grenade, though. Oh, that's going to kill the entire squad. Oh, that was very, very bad here for Wall Street Fat Cat. Needs to retreat his own squad, although he's going to lose it. It is only 2 men, though, so... Oh, never mind. Manages to execute him on range, so... Another mistake there, and another nice pickup for Dullahan, so bringing himself back into the fold. 47 to 53 as far as PopCap goes. That's pretty goddamn even, and we see Dullahan going to be building himself the Ostwind. Not a bad decision. There isn't any heavy, I mean, not heavy, but you know... There's nothing heavy as far as armor on the field, whereas we only have a light tank on the field, so the Ostwind works pretty good. Pretty good. Center map. Dullahan taking that point with the MG42. The 222 moving up, trying to deal with the steward. However, it is getting stunned. Manages to get itself killed. The pack gun is trying to put itself in position to take out the steward. Might be able to do so. Steward moves away, takes the shot. Second shot will fly before it gets into range. No. No, manages to keep crawling its way back. The pack howitzer is doing what it can to maybe clear out the pack gun. But it looks like the Ostwind is now coming into play, and the pack howitzer may actually be getting itself cleared out. As far as anti-tank goes, we only have bazookas on the field for Wall Street Fat Cat, which is good. You know, the Ostwind isn't heavy, so it's, you know, takes a decent amount of damage to it and can fall rather quickly. But he needs something heavier, and he immediately begins building a Jackson tank, so that's a good response. So the captain doing a good job here, not taking too much damage to the Ostwind, getting some good damage into it, bringing it down to half health. Up in the north, rifles going for the flank. They're all equipped with bars now, getting right on top of the Stormtroopers. The stormtroopers getting surrounded here by bars and rifles. May be able to get themselves killed now. The Ostwind quickly lets them know if you stay there even 1 second longer, you are going to lose a squad. Captain moving up again. Bazookas flying. Shots hitting the Ostwind. The captain holding his ground with his Thompson submachine gun. Oh, main gun destroyed on the Ostwind. The Ostwind, though, does manage to hit retreat and get its way out of there. So, while it is not dead, at least it is out of commission for a little bit. Major moving forward, getting shot up and forced to retreat because, well, why wouldn't it? And more stormtroopers getting called in for Dullahan. Which I'm assuming that, yeah, that's the squad that got called in. So the Jackson is on the field here for Mr. Wall Street Fat Cat. With that, he should be able to deal with that Ostwind quite easily next time he meets it. Unless, of course, it is properly supported. And the Pack Howitzer sitting all the way back there. Oh, nice shot there by the Pack Howitzer. Nails the Grand Squad on the retreat. Would have missed otherwise. But kills three out of 4. So almost wipes the entire squad. But it barely manages to crawl his way out of there. So the Steward still on the field. 13 kills so far. Veteran 2 has been acquired. Moving over to the left-hand side as we have Panzer Grenadiers capturing around. Victory points 382 to 401. So currently Wall Street Fat Cat is in the lead. However, we do see a triple cap happening relatively soon. The Steward on the left-hand side catches the Panzer Grenadiers. The Panzer Grenadiers are being chased by the Steward, but it looks like the Steward is not going to risk it. He's going to give them chase a little bit, but not too overly aggressive, and not get itself killed. There's nothing there to oppose it, as we see, but, well, the Steward didn't exactly know that now, did it? Ostwind still getting repaired. Manages to avoid getting destroyed here by the Steward. The Steward managing to simply stop in front of a enemy gun. Gonna be trying to go for a circle strafe on the pack gun. Not a lot on the field here for Dullahan to do with that. And it looks like everybody's going to be hitting retreat as the pack gun is slowly getting cleared out here by the Steward. So the pack gun deciding, you know what, I'm just going to retreat, try and get myself back as close as possible to the base so that I can potentially clear and recover. Oof. Unfortunately there for Wall Street Fat Cat, he got a little bit too greedy, manages to get himself fausted, and the Ostwind's gun was back online, which is actually very good at penetrating the armor of a Steward. Steward is a very light tank and should be treated as such. Still though, Wall Street Fat Cat not in a bad spot. He should have enough, fuel for another tank. He can get himself a Sherman if he wanted to, which he can, but not sure if he's going to do that. But, Dullahan has managed to bring himself back into the game. 59 to 66 pop cap. I mean, shouldn't be too big of a difference there to be able to fight, so. So rifles in the center moving around as shots fly from the Grens and stormtroopers and in the MGs, forcing them to crawl along on the floor. Captain over on the left-hand side, getting assaulted there by the stormtroopers. Jackson moving back, being the only armored line of defense here for Wall Street Fat Cat. Dullahan on the left-hand side forces the retreat of the captain. We do have a stormtrooper squad in the way of the captain squad. May actually be able to take it out. It's one man left. Decently healthy, but it's a one-man squad. Yeah, nice attempt, but take too long to execute. So another grenade flies, manages to not hit anything, and the captain squad makes it out of there. So Wall Street Fat Cat managing to hold on. Rifles on the right-hand side, going to be trying to stop or hold against the approaching enemy. We do have a Panzer IV on the field. Shot flies from the Jackson, getting a good hit there on the Panzer IV. Panzer IV going to be taking a second hit, but it misses as it was moving along. Pack gun getting a direct shot going there on the Jackson, and the Jackson may actually get itself killed here. It does have a good side on the rear. Oh, yeah. Not sure why Wall Street Fat Cat didn't get himself something else, like I said, a Sherman earlier on. He could have had something else to support there, because he doesn't even have a, ooh, and a rifle squad even goes down. Because he didn't, it doesn't even have an AT gun, even though he could have one, so, yeah. Nice control there by Dullahan, managing to basically swing it in one move back in his momentum. Having a Panzer IV and an Ostwind on the field. I mean, we saw Wall Street Fat Cat actually going for a utility car. Not exactly sure why, but, well, he did. And he's going to try and go hunting for a pack gun. Should be able to clear it off, but, well, with the Panzer IV and the Ostwind now in position, not a lot that Wall Street Fat Cat can do about this. So, Dullahan pretty much in control of the game now. Nice hit there by the pack howitzer. Actually nails the Ostwind. Does a little bit of damage, but nothing it can't handle. And Panzer Grenadiers on the right-hand side being utilized to cap as Dullahan slowly takes control of the map once again and actually has a triple cap going against Wall Street Fat Cat. So 352 to 304, managing to bring the game back in his direction. We got rifles on the left-hand side for Wall Street Fat Cat, though, recapturing territory and trying to well, stabilize the game, I suppose. And it was a Stormtrooper squad that died, actually. So the Ostwind pushing straight into the base. Actually, brilliant move here by Dullahan. There's nothing in the base to stop it. I mean, there's literally nothing fielded for Wall Street Fat Cat that can stop it. The only thing he has anti-vehicle is a captain squad. The medic station goes down, basically. The Major is getting focused down right now by the Ostwind, as the Ostwind just gleefully shoots at whatever he wants inside the base, because again, Wall Street Fat Cat doesn't have anything to stop him. And you know, the worst thing about it is that Dullahan just needs some manpower, and he can get himself a Tiger base. Well, can he actually field it? 26, yeah, actually, just barely. So, Lieutenant Squad on the field for Wall Street Fat Cat, moving over to the left-hand side. Panzer IV just having its way with it. We do have a mine on the field there for Wall Street Fat Cat, so one of these tanks will probably hit it. Panzer IV. No, manages to skirt right by. The Lieutenant Squad retreating. We hear grenades flying as the captain gets stunned here by the rifles. Bazooka getting dropped. Oh, the Grand Squad trying to go for the capture of the bazooka, which it looks like they may have done. But the Captain Squad goes down. We'd see another Jackson getting built here for Wall Street Fat Cat, but I feel that's a case of too little too late. Not sure why he teched to Lieutenant and the utility car. At that stage, I think a Sherman would have just worked way better, but, well, hindsight is 2020, of course, and I guess at some point Wall Street Fat Cat felt that having the Lieutenant and maybe a utility car on the field would have been better for map control, maybe? So we now see the Ostwind and the Panzer IV just having a field day at base. Jackson does hit the field, gets a good shot going there on the Panzer IV. However, the Panzer IV returns fire, gets the penetration. The Ostwind is going to be moving there to the back. But before the fight can finish, Wall Street Fat Cat throws in the towel and calls it a game. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much game at that point. But yeah, I feel like in that moment, like when that Panzer IV was being built, I think he needed to be building his own Sherman just to have a more multi-purpose. And with that, the support of the Sherman, there's no way the Panzer IV could have actually taken that out, I don't think. But who knows? Could have still lost. But anyways, I do hope you guys enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.